live.
Should I be? Okay, I'll will go to the YouTube. What's your channel?
It's Colton Groves. Yeah, now we're officially live. What's up, you guys? Who we have in here? We'll wait at least like 2 minutes. Try to get some people in here. We did have a lot of people waiting, so we had at least 11 people waiting. We have 12 viewers off the rip. What's up, guys? Say hi to JC. You guys say hi to JC in the chat. Let's make sure audio is good. Can you guys hear us? Okay. Moderator.
Hi. Okay. There's no one talking right now, right? In the chat.
No, not yet. I see John Tent. Yo, what's up?
Okay, okay, yeah, it's up. So,
Is audio okay, guys?
hi.
Hey, JC, yes. Perfect audio. Okay, guys, we have JC on here. You guys already know JC. She is the first one to be eliminated from the tank. It's you may not like it.
Summer,
I don't know. How do you feel about that being the first one? The first one.
Summer is the first one, I believe. Summer
Oh,
left
oh no,
before I
you're
did.
second. My bad, my bad. I'm fumbling.
No, it's fine. Yeah. Summer left before I did. We left on the same day. I left a few hours after she did.
So like, I guess like just to
How
start
do
it
I
off,
say that?
um, how was it like getting on the show? Like how did they like pick you, or like how did you even know about it to begin with, to like even know who to hit up to get on the show?
So my friend who was on backstage, I was casted differently than everybody else who was there. So I my friend who was on backstage, she was like, "Oh, there's a new reality TV show going on," and she didn't know the contents of it. She didn't know
Okay.
what Fishtank was. We just know that it was a reality TV show, and she was like, "You'll be good on it." So I applied as kind of a joke. And then I got in. They contacted me for an interview, and then I passed the interview. So I don't really understand what made me get chosen after everybody else who also did the interview. And so honestly, I don't know why I was picked. Like I won't be able to answer that. And
Well, it's like
well, I got in. They contract, yeah.
I would say like they want like a diverse group, like
Yeah, I
just
think
like a
so.
little bit of like every like part of the world. I don't know, like you they had you Shinji on there. Like it's like we have the Asian demographic, and then you have the white dudes, and then like I don't know, it's like they do try to make it pretty diverse. So I can see that. So I heard that like you thought it was gonna be like more like a Big Brother type show, like you possibly didn't even know it was gonna be live streamed.
Yeah, I didn't know it was going to be live streamed. And I haven't watched any reality TV shows before. Like I've seen clips from other stuff, but never a full show. And so I didn't know what Big Brother was. And I searched up Big Brother's contract though, because I was comparing different reality TV show contracts to know what I was getting myself into. And I thought it was a scam, by the way. Like I thought it was not real at all. And then I it was until I got to the after I met Cole at the airport and Vance was picking us up. I was like, oh, this is actually real. This is a real deal. And yeah, we um yeah, I think
What was it like scary? Was that like a scary moment? Like when did it like hit you like that? Like just like when you're getting on the plane and stuff. Like I feel like I would be pretty nervous like on that flight over.
no, I wasn't that scared, I would say. I was brushing up on my knowledge of reality TV. I thought it was going to be a game. Like I thought it was going to be kind of a game show where we have to compete in different small games. Like counting rice was it was very surprising to me, but the concept of playing games to win tokens, that was what I thought the entire show would be, and then it turns out it wasn't. Yeah.
It sort of seems like the challenge is like changed by the day. Like like you can tell that like they didn't like come there and be like, hey, we're gonna do this challenge this day, this challenge this day. Like it sort of seems
Yeah,
like it was just like free form. Like they did what they felt like just to push it
like they just
forward.
did whatever they wanted. Yeah, it changed every single day.
So what was the last challenge you did? Was it the rice? Is that the only challenge you got to do?
No, there was there was the fashion show and the life stories.
The life stories. Okay.
Yeah, I think I forgot what was the. Oh, and I watched the squat one, the gator squats. Yeah,
That was intense. The gator squat thing, I'm not gonna lie, like that's probably the most
that was
intense thing I've seen. And like they made him do the cinnamon challenge in the middle of it. Like that's psychotic. Like
yeah.
what?
No, was the cinnamon was actually kind of he went around and fed everybody cinnamon except for me, and I literally looked at him and I was like, don't are you gonna feed cinnamon to me? He was like, nah. And then I was the only one who didn't eat cinnamon like, that day. Yeah.
I think that's a good thing you're saying there, but because like a lot of people think like just me from like outside perspective, it sort of looks like the girls on the show have it a little bit easier. Like it seems like they're not like quick to
Mhm.
like, hey, you're gonna do this, like you're gonna be the bitch, you know, like they like the guys, they get it pretty hard. It from what
Yeah,
it
yeah.
seems, from what it seems this season. I don't know if it was like that last season, but like it really seems like the girls sort of get like a little bit of a break because they don't want to like push all the women away too fast, or else it would only be guys, right?
Um, I think after I watched the women's liberation, that section, I think they definitely
They got carried
a
away with that.
bias. Yeah, that was that was the only like full challenge I watched. Yeah.
So like you know it's bad if Sam has to go and the judge has to go and be like you girls need to chill out. You guys are doing too much. Like I'm like
I didn't
whoa.
really. I think the only thing I remember of that one was Taylor making Shinji sound like a pig, and then I think Trish made Cole kiss her feet. I think that was the two moments I remember from that challenge. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I have this like list of questions. I was just gonna like show you it.
Oh my God.
It's a fox. I,
Oh
I tried
no.
I tried to make a
No.
fox. I don't know.
Oh, you drew a fox.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah.
cute. Um,
That's my
yeah,
list of
I can't
questions.
draw. I can't draw if my life depended. Oh no, I made a mistake. How do I? Okay, no, you can keep talking. I will.
Okay, so I guess like getting out of the tank, like what did your friends think? Like what did your family think? Like were they watching you like actively when you were in the tank? Like did they know how crazy it was gonna get?
Oh my gosh, that's actually kind of funny. So, um, no one knew I was gonna be on Fish Tank, right? I didn't know I was gonna be on Fish Tank, and then my family, the way they found out I was doing Fish Tank was on my phone. They can see my location. They searched up the location of the house and then found out that Fish Tank was going on in there. So, they saw like it was Fish Tank, and
Yo.
then my dad like it was crazy when I heard they did that. I was like, oh my gosh, and but they found it really late, so. Yeah, they found it probably in second, third day I was in there, and yeah, so they watched some summaries on YouTube. And when I got out of Fish Tank, I called my mom, and then she was like, "Thank God you got out of there." They were they were stressed that I was going like out that I wasn't there, and yeah, and I don't regret leaving. I'm having like an absolute blast with my family right now. I have good food every single day.
I mean that's good. You don't have a regret leaving like I don't know, did you get paid? Did you get paid anything since you left like so
Um,
early? You don't have to
I
say
don't
how
think I'm
much
allowed.
or anything. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting paid. Yeah.
Good, good.
And the challenges I completed, I'm getting paid from those. Yeah.
Okay, so you actually didn't get scammed on the chips. That's dope.
No, no, I didn't. Yeah.
All right, so what now like what is like a day in the life? Like what's a day in the life of JC? What does that look like now post fish tank?
I am jet lagged for one, and I wake up whenever. So when I am awake, I eat with my family, like just good food in general, and I play on my phone. I watch some K-dramas. Um, I'm just wasting my life right now and relaxing overall. Yeah.
I wouldn't say you're wasting your life. You're 18, right?
Yeah. No, I mean I'm just kind of doing whatever I want,
Yeah, yeah.
ranking up in my yeah, yeah.
So like now like do you have like a plan? Are you like you're working on your plan right now? Like your like social media takeover plan? Like what's like the stuff you want to do? What's the stuff you want to do?
For my
Are you gonna go to
I've
college?
never thought about expanding my social media. Like I didn't think I was there would be like a lot of followers um on Instagram who would find like would follow me after that. I thought the viewer count would be probably 1,000, maybe. I never expected it to be like 12,000 and or maybe more. And so I didn't expect that my social media would grow. And now that I'm off Fish Tank, I think I realized that I kind of like doing this stuff. I used to be a theater kid. I acted in lower school and middle school in school productions until they started doing musicals, and I can't sing at all. So I stopped doing theater and I went into dance. And now that after Fish Tank, I kind of remembered how much I like doing this type of entertainment stuff, and maybe I will go try to break into entertainment industry. But before Fish Tank, I wanted to pursue a psych degree, psychology, and I know people joke about psychology a lot, but yeah,
It's
I think
important. I
it's
mean,
interesting.
we can see
It's
Summer
important.
like Summer, man. Like we just like we all saw it.
Yeah.
You were there with her. Like what's it like being with Summer? Like what was it like being there with her?
In the first few days, it was okay, and I liked her. Um, I was trying to make her feel better about the whole thing, and um, but after her freak out at I don't know if it's fair to call it a freak out because that sounds kind of negative. And but
You're being pretty nice. Like it was it's just so public. It's like it's hard to like not acknowledge it. Like it's really hard.
yeah,
It's hard to like be
yeah,
nice of
well,
it. Like but you know it was so much drama. Like it was an insane amount of content. It was providing an insane amount of content. Like people were eating it up. They really were.
yeah, yeah, like for sure. But it was kind of sad, I would say, because if I went on the show probably even not even 2 years ago, but maybe a few months ago, I would probably react the same way as Summer did. So I kind of felt it was understandable how she reacted, and yeah, but until she kind of freaked at me during the scene in the lounge, I was still trying to help her, but then she freaked at me and all my sympathy disappeared. Um, yeah.
So like what did you think about Jimmy? Jimmy, there was this one part where Jimmy, he was like calling you out saying you're like a spy, a
Oh my
Chinese spy.
God,
Like he was going really hard.
and oh my gosh, okay. I was kind of on a scale of 1 to 10 with five being neutral. Um, my impression of him was probably around a 4 or a 3 when he first appeared, and then And then he found my dum-dums. It went up to like a 6 probably. And then after the hallway, it probably went down to like -10. Like I it was
So you don't like Jimmy. You don't like Jimmy pretty much. After that, or it's like, or do you think like it's just like content? Like how are you able to like be able to like choose like are they playing a character, or like am I really getting like drilled? Like, you know what I mean? Like, was it hard for you
even
to decipher it in the tank?
I think for Meg, I knew that was for content. I don't think she would act because on the show, no offense to her, I thought what she was saying was unreasonable, and I I don't think that was how she acted in real life. We talked yesterday, and it's like she was like, "Yeah, it's for content," and I said, "Yeah, sorry for stealing your chips while you're not completely sober." And yeah, we talked it through, and he was yeah, and things are okay between us. And but for Jimmy, even if it wasn't for even if it was for content, him saying those stuff is not
Too
really okay
far.
with
Yeah,
me in general.
just too
Well, it's
far.
go too far. It's not. It wasn't funny to me, and yeah, so I probably wouldn't stay in contact with him. Yeah,
Jimmy, he's like, it's that's a crazy character. That's, I mean, Jimmy, I don't know. He is a crazy character. Like, I'll say that for sure. But I guess like next, like what about your team? Do you have like a team yet, or are you gonna make like a team? Like there are like some things like you do need like in the content world. Like you will need some clippers, some editors, maybe even possibly like a manager to like help you out like with the entertainment industry. Any thoughts about
I don't.
that?
I don't think so. I'm trying to. Um, I will try to. Right now, I'm still looking at pursuing a college degree, and I don't want to give that up. I don't want to have to miss school because of anything. So, but if the chance comes by and I will have another opportunity to do something, I will seriously consider it. And I'm just going with the flow right now and see what's going to happen. Yeah.
That's definitely the smartest thing to do, I would say. How about maybe some questions in the chat? You guys have any good questions? You can take a few questions in the chat. We can see what John is up to. You guys want to see John? John might have some advice for you. And John, I feel like I have like a lot of respect for John, because not only did he do his content, he did his stuff in the tank. When he got out, like he kept it up. Like he really kept it going with the social media stuff, and like it really like means a lot to people. Like these viewers, like all the fans, like I think at the end of the day they want the best for you. That they may give you shit, they may troll, but they watched you in the tank. You know, they watched you eat, they watched you sleep, they watched you do everything in the tank. So it's like it's almost like they were
Um,
living with you. Like we were living with you in the house, essentially.
yeah, yeah, I think whether you like support me or you don't like me at all, if you're commenting on my posts, if you're watching the stream, it's still attention. So, yeah, I think I'm grateful for, yeah, general statement. I'm grateful for Sam. I'm grateful for MD. I'm grateful for being on Fishtank. And yeah, I think it was a good experience for me. And I am really grateful for everything that's happened. And I learned a lot on
So
yeah,
what did you know about like Sam Hyde going into it? Or like did you even like
nothing.
know it was his show or anything at all? Or like did you sort of like go through Jet and not even know like Sam pretty much owns the
Yeah,
show?
yeah, I didn't know. Even after I got out the show, it was probably 30 minutes, an hour later when people were like, "Oh, what do you think about Sam Hyde?" I was like, "Who the hell is Sam?" Like, I didn't know. Yeah, I had to search up Sam Hyde and MD.
The thing about Sam Hyde, he literally like pretty much never says, "Hey, my name is Sam Hyde." he always has like a character, like a moniker, he's Judge this season, right? Judge Jebediah Goldstriker, which I like the character a lot. How'd you feel about the character?
His snotting and cigarettes,
Oh my
is
god,
that
the snot
that
rockets. Oh my
yeah.
god.
Um, the entire time when he first appeared, I thought he was intimidating, and then later on, because I don't like losing in terms of intimidation. I don't like being intimidated by people.
Yeah.
I will compliment people saying they're intimidating, but in real life, I hate it when people try to stare me down or stuff like that. So, later on, after I got past that first like whoa factor, it was just more of I don't want to get sick because of your snot rockets. It was unhygienic, in my opinion. Like he stepped on beds, and I didn't get his sense of humor. He was breaking stuff and then throwing his Rolex, not Rolex, like it was a fake one, but um, just this type of small stuff. And he was trying to get me to talk about my body goals.
What does that even mean?
Yeah,
Like what's that even
no,
mean?
I think he was trying to get me to say stuff like, "Oh, I want to lose some weight. I want to get like six packs or stuff like that." And I didn't want to give him anything.
like yeah,
So maybe
like
I
I
should
don't get that.
I
Like
said
what
my hair, right? I
like
said my hair, and then I said my height. And maybe if you come to New, I was probably like, maybe my I should get a nose job or something like that. Something like, um, you can't use that against me, though.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He's definitely gonna use whatever against you. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
and even in my life story, I didn't want to talk about. I went for something. I don't know what I should have talked about. Maybe I should have went for.
Did you give him
I
a
don't know
fake
what
life
I.
story? Is that what you're saying? You gave him a fake life
No,
story?
no, it wasn't. But I didn't want to go into. I mean, it was partially true. It's just a lot of details I left out. I don't want to sell my life story on camera. I don't want people to know my. I don't want people to know too much about me. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
like
of
stuff
course.
like I was being bullied in school, or um, simple things like I didn't feel confident. Like these sort of stuff, like it's normal. Like people talking about it is not going to bother me. But if I go into details, like for example, if I was Trish, like for example, talking about how I got married and then divorced, I feel like that's so personal, and I would personally, I would be scared to talk about it. So props to her, she is very brave. Like I'm not even being snarky. It's really courageous what she did. Yeah, and Summer too, and Meg, Shinji. Like everybody else had, it felt authentic, and yeah,
They're giving
listening to
you
them.
they're giving you credit in the chat for JC stood up to the judge. So did you have like a moment where you like stood up to him? Is there like a certain moment? I can't remember off the top of my head, but like was he like trying to drill you and you like stood up to him? Was there like a
No,
moment like that?
not directly at least. I didn't want to get on his bad side. So most of the time it was just me giving very bland answers, and I was just trying to not show weakness in general. Yeah,
I think you did
it
really
was
good. And, like I want to sort of like talk about like your exit out of Fish Tank. I mean maybe the chat thinks I think it was very admirable what you did. Like seriously, Brian, we know his life story was too much. You know, like some of their life stories, I'm not gonna lie, they were dragging it. Like they were dragging it. Like it was like, is it really that bad? Is it really that bad? I don't know. Brian saying the shit about like going to like the soup kitchen. Like, I don't know, man. Like I don't know if I believe that. Do you feel like any of
yeah.
them were dragging it a little bit?
I think most of them were probably except Trish. Like I completely believed what Trish said, and Summer, like I believe that completely, and Shinji's too. Everybody else I didn't really pay too much attention, and but how I left, like there were several reasons for me choosing to leave, and I think it was just that moment during the squat challenge. I That was kind of the point where I was like, I don't want to be doing this potential stuff. I didn't want to
You don't want to be
um
him. You didn't want to be them two
Yeah, I
doing
didn't
it,
want to.
and you
I
doing it
didn't
with
want
Trish or something, like potentially.
I didn't want to go in half naked and then like all sweaty and then like squatting each other with cinnamon.
Yo,
I, I was watching that and thinking, no, like just I don't want to be doing this. It's um yeah, it was just a big moment. And I started crying, by the way. Like I started crying when Brian was screaming. It was caught on camera too. Like camera was right there. I turned around, I said something. I forgot what I said, but yeah, it's um but they caught it on camera, so if you see me crying, it's yeah.
do you,
And
do you think you're gonna watch like? You think you're gonna like? Are you still like gonna keep watching it? Like keep like to update with it? Like
probably just this season though. Yeah, it was probably just the season. I searched up who Morrow and Simmons was in uh to kind of get context, and I know who Letty, I know Vance, I know John and Josie, and but I don't know who the rest of the contestants were from season one. And the only moments I kind of watched was when Letty stole John's Bible and burned it, that
burned
one,
it? Oh my,
and then
that's evil. That's straight
John
up
stole her
evil.
passport. Yeah, I think that
But
was
then it was
really
too much. It was too much when John took her passport, but it's not too much when she burned his Bible.
Oh,
Ah,
really? I thought the Bible moment was a bit much because I get it, it's just a book, but I think respect religions. That was kind of much. Yeah. Um, or maybe I think I'm too soft for the show, by the way. Like, I think I'm way too.
you're way too nice. I wouldn't say you're soft. You're just way too nice. You know, like you're just a nice person. Like these are all misfits. Let's be real. Like you were the one person out of it as of right now that's not a straight up like misfit. You know, I don't know if you feel that way or not, but that's sort of like how you're viewed. You had like a really like admirable exit. You sort of sacrificed yourself so that Brian and Cole didn't have to go home, or like mainly
That
Brian.
was that was I think that wasn't the main reason I chose to left. That was just a added bonus.
Yeah,
Like I thought Cole was getting eliminated when I said I was gonna leave, and then downstairs they were like, if you leave, those two will stay. So I was like, okay, I will leave then. Yeah. So it wasn't like I was my main intention wasn't like I'm gonna go save these two people. It was just
yeah.
afterwards they told me that it would help them. And what was I gonna say? I forgot. But yeah.
I'm going to try to get John in here.
I
See
think
what I can do.
no, I think both ripping a passport and stealing the Bible aren't really cool.
Let's get Top J. Top J, I'm adding you in. We have to. Can you go to this new one and join up real quick? The
Uh,
exit. Do you see this next DM? We're gonna have it pulled up in a
yeah,
second,
yeah,
guys.
I
Yo,
saw it. Yeah.
Okay.
Hello.
can you hear me?
Yes.
But Colton, you cool if I don't put my camera on though this time around?
You're good, bro. You're good. Yeah.
Yeah, but
So I wanted you to come in here, John, maybe to give her some like piece of advice, man, because you're the one, like you and a few others, you guys have had a come up off Fishtank, like straight up. There's no denying it. Like what advice would you give to JC in this moment?
um, first thing I would say, don't trust anyone that contacts you from the MDE community that are fans. A lot of them will be snakes. That's a big one. Um, and then if you are trying to make content, you need to find an editor as soon as possible and start editing stuff out as fast as possible. Because this first month, everything you upload will get insanely boosted from Fishtank. but after Fishtank is over about 2 to 3 months, it will slow down. So like if you are thinking about getting into social media, now is the time to really go off on it.
Yeah, I
Like
think yeah, maybe. I think I'm gonna
I'll sort of give
yeah.
like an
I'm
add
not
on here. So like just to like add on to it, like this, it's a huge viral moment. You know, like people, some people even like 30 years old, 35 years old, like they don't get like this big of a boost all at one time. You know, it's like the fish tank effect. So it's like you get on the show, even though like I don't even know if you lasted a solid week there, but even like you came out and then like socials are popping, everything's popping. Like it is like attention is a currency, and like right now like you do have that currency, like you really do.
yeah, I don't think I wanna this is all very much for me and it wasn't yeah, I think it's very much right now and yeah, maybe the only thing I'll focus on is trying to grow my Instagram, but even then it's not maybe just try being an influencer. I'm not too sure. Um, but yeah, I think
Like leaving on a high note
Don't
is
feel like you're pressured into doing it. Don't feel pressured into
yeah.
doing social media either. But I will say this: social media is trash. There's like there's benefits to it, but the negatives almost outweighs the benefits, though.
yeah, maybe I you would know better than me, so yeah.
It's
I
like
think the only social media I'm trying to grow is probably Instagram, honestly. I don't think I don't use TikTok. I don't and I think YouTube is I'm still in college, so like YouTube is a lot of time commitment and streaming too. So I think just maybe Instagram. And Instagram is more easy to manage, I would say. And if I try to grow even bigger, then maybe I will look into managers and editors because right now I'm a broke college student. Like I need to use my money very wisely. So yeah.
no,
Well,
you don't have to pay
you
them.
don't gotta use money. What you could do, so find a simple too, because you're a lady. Just get a couple of simps, and they would do it for you for free.
He's making it sound more mean than it is. It's like your like biggest supporters that you have, man. Like the people who want to see you win. All you have to do, you send out one message, one Instagram story, be like, "Hey,
Be like,
who can
who's
help
gonna
me with
edit for me?
editing?" Like seriously, that's how you do it. Like in this
Oh no.
moment, like you can get a lot done. I think that you really could like shoot for the stars and land on the moon. Like I
But also,
yeah,
well,
go
what I
ahead,
was gonna
John.
say was having a simp work for you is not a bad thing because they're getting a fair deal. They get to talk to you, and in their mind, that's their dream come true. And then you get a whole bunch of free label out of them.
It's true. It's
I
true.
think I
It's
don't
a
want to
fair
be
trade in
exploitable.
their mind.
It sounds like borderline exploitment. And I have friends at school who have very, very good editing skills. So I think if I wanted to find someone, I will. I've been talking to people for free too. Like it's not I think it's yeah.
I
I
talk
don't
to
want to
people for free too,
what did you say?
but I said I talk to people for free too. But like sometimes they just want to do something for you because they love you so much, and then you just let them help.
And it's like they want to see you grow. It's like not only do like they don't like no one necessarily wants to like edit videos, like make clips, but like they'll do it
Well,
because they want to see you be able to post them and grow. And, like some of them blow up and like keep it going.
Maybe. Yeah. Oh yeah, I thought of something I wanted to say. So people on my Instagram, they were like um girls on season two, Fishtank, like they go on a show and just expect people to like them for their personality. Well, I think in response to that, I would like to say it's no one expects expects you to like us just for who we are, but it's more of a I don't want to be faking my personality. Like personally, I don't want to fake anything because keeping up that image, faking your personality, that is
It's hard.
very stressful. And so I would say I'd rather people just like me for who I am. Like if you don't like me, that's fine. If you like me, I'm grateful for that support. So yeah, I think faking your personality is kind of it's gonna get exposed anyways. And I do want people to like you for someone who you're not. So yeah.
Did you
Yeah,
have to?
faking a personality is so good.
I say, did you have to do that, John, on Fish Tank? Did you have to fake your personality, or is that the real
No,
you?
dude.
That's the real
I
you.
was just
I
being my real self. That's the real me. That's the real me with no responsibilities. When I got responsibilities, I'm a little bit different, but I had no responsibilities, so I was able to do what the fuck I
yeah,
wanted.
yeah, I think on the show, like we all did things that we don't do in real life. Like Meg's never gonna freak out at someone like that, and I would never steal chips from someone in real life. So that's different than trying to, I don't know. I didn't want to act different. Like just when we're chatting or something, I didn't want to act any different as I did in real life. Yeah.
So maybe we have any questions about Cole, guys? Like, how do you feel about Cole in there? I know you've talked about it, but like, are you really gonna try to like meet up with Cole and like do something?
No,
Like, do you really want
no,
to?
it's just not one on one at least, and not in person because
Oh wow.
no,
Oh, one
all the
on
way
one.
to Arkansas.
Oh my god. Oh, yo, I have a quick question. Okay, so I know you probably talked to Cole. Did he get kicked off, or did Sam, or did he walk off?
It is it's very debated right now, and I wouldn't know. I think even Cole wouldn't know because from what I saw, he was already packing his bags when Sam came in.
Yeah.
And no, was it Ben or Sam? I forgot,
It
but
was it was, it was
one of
Ben.
them came in. Yeah, and so he might have wanted to leave already. And there, I think two scenarios is he was wanting to leave, and then Ben wanted to save face, and then take him off, and then or maybe Cole said I don't if I remember correctly, Cole said he didn't want to leave, and then Ben took him off. And the third scenario that someone suggested to me was Ben wasn't being serious. He and then Cole took what he said, like pack your bags and leave, very seriously. So and then it might have been a misunderstanding. I don't know which one I favor. Um you guys can come up with your own interpretation. But anyways, yeah, right now Cole has some demands on Instagram
Let's
that
talk
I do
about them.
not think
Let's
will be
talk about them. Yeah, yeah. What do you think about these demands, man? Let me pull
What
it up.
I
demands
think
did he have?
Let's pull it up.
so. He
Oh,
said he
Jason, I
wanted
have
to go
another
on a
question.
date. He said he wanted to go
Why?
on a date after. Yeah. Oh, what were you gonna say?
Oh, he wants to go on a date with you afterwards. I was going to ask you, why do you not want to meet up with him one on one?
Because when things go one on one, people very much interpret it as a date, and I don't want to be dating him. Like I'm just gonna
Is
say
he like
it.
is he extremely autistic to the point that if you guys hang out one on one, he would think you guys were dating?
I don't think that's an autism problem. I think it's anybody would think that. Yeah. If
So
you go on
maybe
one
not
with
an
someone,
autism problem, but like, so is he base or is he more simp like then? Because he
what do
did
you mean?
get tricked by Trish, like he got honey potted by Trish a couple of times.
I wouldn't be able to answer that because I don't know. And
Okay.
well, okay, I'll go over what his demands were on IG. He said he wanted to go on a date with me after he left the show, and then the second one was $50,000 um in a check, and the third one was he wanted Brian to shine his shoes or something like that.
That's
And
funny.
out
That's
of the
funny.
three of them, I don't think the first two will come true. I'm sure production would let Brian shine his shoes, but the I don't want to go on a date, and I don't think production will give him 50. Okay, this is the one scenario that I would go on a date with him. Oh, should I be saying this? I don't want this to actually come true
No,
though.
No,
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 you
say
shouldn't
it. You
say.
have to
You
say
shouldn't
it.
throw
Yeah.
hope. You give him hope. You gotta say it
Okay,
now.
What does he have to do to get you on a date?
so if production gives him $50,000, I want 15,000 out of that. He has to pay for my flight ticket. Yeah, if he wants me to
That's
meet up
fair.
with him.
I mean, that's fair.
So that's the only scenario that I would go on to do with him. Potentially, I
Wait,
would consider seriously.
so
Yes.
the only way is if he pays for everything, but isn't that like a normal date anyways when he's supposed to pay for everything?
Well,
$15,000 is
yeah,
a
that ain't no
normal
normal date.
date. Yeah.
There's some guys who would pay a lot more than that to hang out with a lady.
There are,
Sorry?
yeah, there are more guys who will pay even more. Like I don't know, like you could probably get like a
Uh,
$50,000 date from a fan if you really wanted to, like do that. I don't know if you want
the
to go down that route.
Well, look at
the
Sam. So on his website for Fishtank, there's if someone pays $25,000, a fan could go in the house for the night and stay the night there. So that's
no,
not
I
that
would not.
far fetched.
No matter how much people will have to be paying me in billions if they want me. If he wants me to stay the night with him, like it's everything has a price to it, and the things that I will do for money, like a lot of money. Like I'm not saying if it's like a few $1,000s. I'm talking millions right now. The things I would do for millions of dollars is not little. Yeah. So you can
Everyone has a price. That's what they say.
yeah,
Everyone,
everything has a price to it. Yeah.
everyone,
Like
everyone has a price.
yeah, that
Okay,
too.
so
Yeah.
Cole would have to pay you $15,000 and the plane ticket and everything else for you to even consider having a date, or for you to actually have one.
For me to consider. I'm saying consider because I don't want people to take me seriously on this. I'm half joking on this right now. So, but yeah, I don't know. I don't want to get his hopes up too, Like I'm I'm not interested. Like
I feel like
just
he's
point blank.
smart. Like I feel like he's smart. I really feel like he like gets it. Like I feel like he gets it.
Yeah, I think he gets it too. Like there's no way he's being serious on
Yo,
Instagram.
did you
Like
see
maybe
that
for
post in
the
the comments? They say they would
followers.
drop 60K right now to go on a date with JC.
I'm not taking it. 60K is too little. Yeah.
For like $10,000 for a FaceTime. You do a FaceTime with somebody for like 10 racks.
Make it 50 and then I'll
Oh
consider
shit!
it.
All right. This is the price, y'all.
Yo, hold up, hold up.
I'm just
What if you like FaceTiming and they're like doing some weird ass shit?
I mean, I've had worse, so
What do you mean?
no, I
How
just
have you had worse?
no like seeing people do weird shit on like online. I've seen worse than that. Yeah. It's like unless like you're like I don't know. I've had someone like try to shoot themselves with a gun like while talking to me. It's um
Like
yeah.
ex-boyfriend
I still don't
vibes?
think it's real. Like, I refuse to believe that's real, but yeah, it's definitely etched in my memory forever.
Does Cole has his contact info?
Hmm?
Does he have his contact info? Like, does he have your Snapchat
My
and phone number and phone?
No, he has my Instagram. I don't like giving people my phone number. It's yeah, I never give anyone my phone number, like not even my friends. Like it's yeah.
Cole's getting it rough right now. Not gonna lie. He's gonna be clipped. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough for Cole when he sees these. But I don't know.
No,
Wait,
I think all of these are stuff he knows, He knows
Yeah.
everything. Yeah. He like I don't like saying things that I wouldn't say in person to them. Yeah.
so
If
I
I'm
have a
shitting
question.
on someone, I'd definitely be brave enough to tell it to their face. So, yeah.
What's his opinion on Trish? And why do you think Trish was trying to like honeypot Cole?
Trish did it for money, I think. Like she's not interested in Cole and she did it for money. I personally think she should have asked for more more chips for doing that.
No, they
But
paid her.
Jet.
yeah, they paid her. So I think
How
like
much
I
did
said,
they
people
pay
will
her?
do it for money. Yeah. And it's a show, by the way. It's a show, so people are playing to win and
Wait, hold up.
yeah.
How much did they pay Trish to
I
do
don't know.
things with Cole?
I
I
think they
forgot.
paid her
Yeah.
in chips. I think they paid her in chips, but
Yeah, they paid her
I
in
can
chips.
say with Airsoft Fatty, I don't know if you guys saw like when like Santa Airsoft Fatty was cuddling Trish like in the bed. She did get paid $500 for that. Like Judge said that like on camera. Like I will give you $500 if you get into bed with Airsoft Fatty. Like ain't that right,
Yeah,
chat?
I think I wouldn't
Holy.
know.
You know what that means though? If she's like making out with these people and all this other stuff,
It's a
because
red flag.
technically making out is a sexual favor, and to be considered a prostitute, you have to do things to get paid to do a sexual favor.
I think it's a show. In real life,
Yeah,
I
it
don't
is
know.
a
I
show,
won't be
but
able to speak of Trish. Like it's her decisions and um well Shinji he was a prostitute and an escort too. So um I will I think it's their decision what they want to do and yeah, it's people will do things for money. So I think it's ultimately their choice and yeah.
You're saying all the
you know
right
what I was
things.
taught? No, no, I agree. She is, but something I was taught though. Every female growing up, as long as they have a good family and good family roles and like a good family structure, and the father goes get them everything they would need. Usually, those daughters will never go up to be prostitutes or OnlyFans chicks. They usually grow up to be really respectable people and usually go to college and do all kinds of successful things. Have you guys
Yeah,
noticed the
so
same thing?
maybe Trish didn't have a good family situation. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know Trish that well, so but I'm sure like she has her reasons. Yeah.
Give me some questions, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's ultimately their choice and I don't think people will go into yeah. I don't want to yeah.
No, no, you're good. I
It's
would say the
personal.
hard stuff.
So any more questions, guys? Any more
I,
questions?
I got, yo, bro,
You
I
got
got
some on you?
questions for
Okay,
days.
okay.
Okay, so have you been to Portland, Oregon yet?
Yeah, I've been there. I go to college there.
So you've been
Oh
there for like a
wow.
year now,
Half a year.
half a year. Have you been to the rave scene in Portland yet? Have you seen the raves scene in Portland?
Wait.
Like the raves,
Like
all
disco
age.
rave party.
Yeah, have you
Oh,
seen that
wait.
scene?
No, I haven't been to any clubs. I haven't been to any parties except for the ones in, yeah, except for the ones in school. And even then, I've been to two. So, yeah,
Have you thought about going to those or nah?
maybe when I turn 21. I'm not a rule breaker. I don't really break rules unless I think find them completely unreasonable. Yeah.
I,
There's this guy up in Portland. You could buy an ID, a fake ID that works and everything, because they put it in the government database. It's only like $150.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to do that. And I don't. Yeah, it's.
Colton,
Yeah.
would you buy a fake ID like that if you were under 21?
I mean, I guess if I needed to, if I was under 21, like I don't know what I would be doing where I would like really need a fake ID like that. Like even if I'm under like 21, like you can still like get alcohol and stuff. You just need like a friend. Like I don't think I would be
Yeah.
pushing it that hard. Like I wouldn't really be trying to go to the clubs like that. I can wait, I guess. I
Yeah,
guess.
I'm not that big of a fan of parties either. I'm kind of introverted and parties take a lot of energy from me. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. Um, Other than that, I think Portland is kind of boring to like at least me personally. I like the mountains a lot better. Like the blue pools. The blue pool is gorgeous. Um, and then you could go to like Torquay Falls is pretty awesome. The Devil's Pool. There's a whole bunch of really cool stuff up in the mountains and on the coastline.
No, I
The
believe you.
sand.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe I'll check it out. Yeah.
So one of these like last questions. We're not gonna hold you too long here. What did you think
Yeah.
about the karate class?
Oh,
How would you feel about that?
I was wondering if what's his name, Sensei Scott. I was wondering if he was a scammer. Like I wasn't sure if he actually took MMA classes. Like I've never done MMA, and yeah, so I
do you,
wasn't sure if he
do you
was
think it
being
was
for
boring?
real.
Like do you think it was like a little bit
No,
extra, or like you thought it was like solid
no, it
bit?
was it was fun. I commented on his Twitter, not X. I commented on his X, and I said that's the one thing I will miss is his karate classes. Like after I got off, when I realized he was like a legitimate MMA fighter, I was like, yeah, I will. I miss that, and it was fun. I do not miss the wall sits though. I think one thing I will flex on the show is my planks. I think my planks are pretty good. I never struggled during the during like the counting to 100. Like I never rested, by the way. Like I even when they messed up, I kept going. Like my planks, I think my planks are good, and push-ups are hard, and wall sits are hard. And when I was, oh, okay, I am gonna complain a little bit about this part. So when they were pairing us up to do the workouts in the doghouse, they paired me up with TJ. I think um without him I would have struggled less. His There were some points where especially during the workouts that we had to alternate, he was a bit slower on some of them, and I was struggling with wall sits. I tried to go as fast as possible. Yeah. Oh, I can answer this one. I see a comment. It says, "Do I think Jimmy is schizophrenic?" No, I do not think Jimmy is schizophrenic. He does not. Schizophrenia is a very serious condition, and um, I don't even think he. I don't even know if he has psychosis, and I'm not a professional psychologist. I wouldn't be able to speak on this. This is all based on my personal knowledge of schizophrenia, and it's a very there are many checkboxes you need to check for schizophrenia diagnosis. It's um, just having psychosis alone is not enough. It's yeah, there are several other things. So I do not believe he has psychosis. Not psychosis, schizophrenia. Psychosis, I'm not him. I wouldn't know what's going through his brain. But schizophrenia, I think based on my interactions with him, I do not believe he has it.
Do you think there's
But
like
anger issues, though, I think he has anger issues.
anger issues? Yeah, yeah. Like, do you think like some of these people like by the time they like come out of the tank, like, do you think they're gonna have like new mental illnesses? Like you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like,
definitely,
you think so? Like, it's
definitely.
definitely gonna affect them more than they like lead on.
Yeah, it's I okay, I've been there for 5 days. I have nightmares every single night. Like ever since I
Really?
came off, I've been having nightmares of that show. Yeah, it's and I've only been there for 5 days. I cannot imagine what like season one contestants went through. Like it's crazy, man. Yeah.
That's like that's honestly like really like sad to hear. Like I'm not gonna lie. I like feel bad. Like I really feel bad for you over that. Like what
I
is
think
it like what's like a nightmare like from like Fish Tank? Like you know what I mean?
I mean I can't tell you what my nightmares are about, but I because I can't remember. I
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
I can
remember.
tell you some of mine. I got some
But
crazy
I know.
ones.
Huh?
I had some crazy nightmares after the show. One of them was I would wake up like halfway, like my body would physically be up. I could see things around my room, but I wouldn't be someone else. Like I was physically awake, but I was hallucinating, and I was in a different place.
Oh,
What's
I
that
think
called?
And there's been
There's
a
a
couple
name
of
for
I
that.
know the word
there's a
for
couple
it.
of
Sleep paralysis?
yeah,
Is it
but there was
sleep
a couple.
paralysis?
No, it wasn't though, because I was able to
I think
move. Like
so.
I was actually able to move.
It,
Because
Oh,
I attacked a couple of people in my sleep when they. But yeah, no, I got mad aggressive.
yeah. Oh, I remember one thing. Okay. I thought Taylor stabbed me. Like I thought that was one of my nightmares. It's I think she dragged me off into like one of the rooms and then I asked her what's wrong and then she stabbed me with a knife and I woke up. Yeah.
man, that's scary. My God, that's scary.
I'm not I'm not even lying to you right now. That was actually my nightmare from probably my nap this afternoon. I took a very long nap and that was actually a legitimate nightmare I had. But the funniest thing, it wasn't about Jimmy, it was
What
about
do you
Taylor.
think it's gonna win?
What, John?
What do you think it's gonna go?
I'm hoping that Shinji wins. Yeah, I want Shinji to win.
Why?
Why? Honestly, I think he's the most likable contestant on the show, and he's so funny. Um he was very interesting, and yeah. Um, I think
What would you do? What would you do if Cole showed up to his house tonight, like just front door? He just somehow got there.
I will probably file a restraining order. No, I'm just kidding. I think I would, for one, be freaked out because that's quite creepy. If anybody showed up like, at my house, I would be freaked out. And
So, so like, what if like if Jet or like Sam hits you up, they're like, we're gonna give you $10,000 if you'll come back on the show for a few days.
10,000 is a little bit little. $20 and I will go.
Twenty
Oh,
thousand.
10,000. Okay,
Yeah.
15,000. 15,000, I would go back. Yeah. Um,
15,000. You think they would pay you 15,000 to go back though?
but
Do you think they would?
no,
Like
they
the
wouldn't.
business aspect?
No, I wouldn't.
No.
I don't think it'll be worth it to pay me 15,000 to go back because the amount of content that comes from me is not a lot, and I'm aware of this fact. And yeah, I don't think it's worth it to pay me 15,000 to go back. Like hell's, if I was the producer, I wouldn't pay myself 15,000 to go back. Like, but Cole, if I would pay Cole for him to go back though, I think it
Yeah.
would be a smart move. The amount of TTS messages that would come out from Cole would probably make up for.
You know, they were doing the math on it. Like I saw someone on Twitter doing the math on it. They said they're like sort of justifying the $50,000. They're saying, you know, all you need is 30 TTSs for Cole for the remainder of the show,
Yeah,
and that covers
yeah,
50,000.
it would be. He's gonna get more
Wait,
than
how many?
30 TTS messages. Like
How much is
it
the
would.
TTS cost?
50.
Oh, I see
50
another
bucks.
question. Do I find the memes funny between me and Cole? Some of them are funny. Um, the rest of them are just plain weird. Um,
It's like
You
some
don't have to
fandom
crush
shit.
on Cole. You don't like him
because
at all.
I don't understand what's like the deal with me being Asian. Like if I was like a white American, like this type of like stuff would not be worth memeing, you know? So I think it's that part that I find kind of weird about this whole situation. Um, Especially since a lot of them, this isn't even racism, this is just so focused on my ethnicity. It's kind of weird. Yeah.
But that's just like fanboys, though. That's like simps.
Yeah.
Every simp that's in the closet, they just love Asians because they love anime. Like that's just what they are. And 90% of Sam Hyde's fan base are simps.
I'm not
Yo,
even
they getting called
Japanese.
out.
Like, and
You don't
I'm
gotta
not
be
even Korean
Japanese.
either. I'm from Taiwan, where the only funny thing is boba mochi and like stinky tofu and great scenery. Like it's
But so the
like
thing is with these simps, the thing is with these simps, they don't. It doesn't matter. you Asian. That's all they need to know.
Yeah, like that's the harsh truth. And I'm hoping it changes within the next like decade or so because right now it's not gonna change any situation. And
Yeah, in
it's
10 years from
there's no
now,
question
they
for
might
everything.
be typically liking Japanese. They might get more focus on the Asians they like from now.
Sorry, what'd you say?
I said, yeah, in 10 years from now, they might get more hyper focus on the Asians they like.
No, I'm hoping that I think
The
what
fuck is
people
he
are
talking
trying to
about?
fight for is not race blindness, but more of just not making it such a big deal. Like it's, but I think human nature is, it's always going to exist. And well, at least in the next few decades, it's still going to exist. And I'm hoping that my generation, like Gen Zs, um, if Gen Zs, I get it, there's problems with them, but um, one thing they're good at is advocating for what they want. So I'm hoping it gets better.
But
So, you don't have any crush on Cole, correct? You don't like him at all. You never once had a crush on him. Not even a tiny one.
Sorry?
I said you never once had a tiny crush on Cole, correct?
What?
he's asking. So you've never once had like even like the tiniest crush on Cole, like at all, like
No,
at
no,
all.
no, yeah, no. He's not the type of person I would go for in real life. Like, I would definitely be friends with him, like IRL, but like,
All right. So what's
no,
your
I would not approach him as a romantic interest.
what is your ideal man? I guess like let's give the audience something like what's like an ideal man for JC. Like I'm sure a lot of them would want to know.
I don't have an ideal man, but I do have a anti-type. I don't actually like. Okay, here's I my like I said, my brain is rotted from fiction, and
The romance
so I think
novels.
ideally it would be yeah. I think ideally it would be. Oh, obviously I want to go for someone rich. Like who doesn't? Who doesn't want to go for someone rich? And um, maybe like really very dominant in like situations. But for me, he'll definitely be okay. This is like the truth about me. So I like my men submissive. I like submissive men. It's it's very I think it's having someone powerful be willing to do anything for you is a whole different type of power. It's yeah. I think
Okay.
I think
I'm
that's
not
what
gonna lie
really
though.
is like brain chemistry. I think if someone really
So I
powerful
thought
would be doing whatever, huh?
it sounds like you want like basically just a straight up dude, like a real man, not a pussy like 90% of the population these days. But
No,
then you add in the part that you want him to be submissive. Well, I think instead of not really submissive, I think you mean love. Because someone could love you and do anything for you, but that doesn't mean they would be submissive though.
and
Because if he's
no, it's
submissive
kind of
to you,
different.
he
It's
won't
kind
be
of like, of
dominating
course, like
good and wealthy at the same time. He cannot be both.
no, I disagree with that. I think people can be both.
I sort of
I
disagree with that too. Like I feel like what you're
yeah.
saying, like you want like a man who can like lead the relationship and like be dominant in that way, but like be submissive like when it comes to like the other things, like right, like the more like
That's
sentimental
impossible. There's
part
no
of the
guys like that.
relationship.
Sorry?
What do you say, John?
I said, I said that's impossible. There's no real guys like that. No guy is going to be
No,
submissive 1 minute and then not be submissive the next minute. The only way he
no,
became successful and powerful in the first place is by being dominant. He's not going to not be dominant anymore just for some chick he likes. He would do things for her because he loves her, but he would never submit to her. There's no
I
guy who
disagree.
would be in that position that will ever submit to a female.
I disagree with that. I think what you're saying is kind of
Go in on him.
Okay.
Go in on
goes
him,
against
Okay,
JC.
like
hold
Tell him
on,
how it
hold
is.
on. Get this. When you find a man who's rich and powerful, and who everyone obeys him, and he submits to you, you can come back and tell me you told
Let
me
him
so.
cook.
But
Let
you're
him
never
cook.
going to find that dude.
I think no, because the thing is, I know men like that. I know people who would. I know people who are very. They have a very strong presence, and they dominate like the ranks of like corporations who would basically put down everything their um for their girlfriends. And I know, yeah, I'm not gonna name names, but I do know men like that
Doing
exist. And
anything for their girlfriends doesn't mean you're submitting to them. By helping them out and doing things for them, you can love them. But submitting is like completely different than loving someone and doing things for them.
yeah, I agree.
Are
I
you
think
telling
the
me? Are you
problem
telling
are
me this guy?
definitions of
Are you telling
commitment.
me this guy would bend over
Will you
backwards
guys like and
and let you
subscribe,
peg him?
please?
Yes or no?
Huh? What'd you say?
Say it again, John.
With this guy, are you telling me he would bend over backward and let you peg him in the ass? Yes or no? Is he
Yeah.
submitting to you like that? No?
No, I think that's very possible. It's very, very possible because everybody
He's
treats
not a man then.
in
He's
real
not
life.
dominating.
Okay,
If he's getting pegged and fucked by a female in the ass, he's not dominating. He's
yeah,
not a man at that point.
no, I'm
Yeah, that's
saying
sort of
people
crazy.
are people have two sides to them, you know. People have two sides to them, and
Oh,
people
yo,
have
yo,
more
yo,
than
yo,
two
yo, yo.
sides.
If he has two sides
Everybody
to
does.
him, and that's one of his sides, he's a complete cock, and he's a pussy at that point.
Now, why are submissive men pussies? Like, I
No, it's
think
a, oh my god, no, no. If he's depicted like that, he's not a man. He's a fanboy. He's a simp at that point. They just got lucky with money. He's not a real man, though.
Oh my
I
god.
You
think that
cannot
is
say
a
I'm wrong.
tradition.
If a dude's getting fucked in his ass, he's not a man.
You're so riled up
I
by this. Yeah.
I can like agree with like from coming from like a man, like a manly man who's like who doesn't do like gay shit. I mean, I would say the same thing like that. Like it's not any behavior I think me and John have ever heard of. Like guys who would do that. Like
Yeah,
I don't know anyone
I
like
think
that. Like
that
it takes a certain type of guy to be able to do that,
yes,
and
it
it's not
takes.
me.
Yeah, I
It's not
agree
me.
with you.
He's not a guy.
No,
If a guy's doing that, he's not a guy. He's a little bitch at that point. He's a little female getting fucked in the ass because that's what he really is, a little bitch inside. No real
I think
man
you realize
who's
that men
extremely
want to be
successful
heard.
and dominating anything in every aspect of his life will submit and get fucked in the ass by a female.
I don't think that makes a man any less manly, you know. I think
Yeah!
masculinity has to be.
Oh my god! No wonder why you go to Portland, Oregon for college! Hippie Central!
Yeah.
Gay
You're so
Central!
right. So
There's a
riled
lot
up
of
by
gay
God,
people
no,
in Portland.
sorry, gay people like, that's not a guy. That's called being a gay faggot at that point.
wow, those are some strong words, and I think, well, I think let's just leave it at it's
That you
we
don't
have
like
different views.
men, you like gay faggots that have money.
Yeah, John, chill, chill, chill.
Okay,
I
I'm
think,
sorry, but it's true.
Just chill with the F word.
um,
We're good. We're good.
yeah, let's just leave it at we have different definitions of masculinity and different views
Well,
on.
no, no, no. It's not definition. This is the whole historical definition that I'm talking about worldwide. This is the definition of masculinity. This new age stuff you're talking about, it's not the definition.
Is he
That
cooking?
stuff you're talking about right now, that's how every country in history has ever collapsed when people start turning gay. When people start turning gay, cities and countries collapse every single time throughout history. You know why? Because they're not men anymore. And then a new country comes in and kills them all. That's how it is.
No, I disagree. I don't
No,
think
no, no,
that's
no. You can
in
disagree all you
history.
want. Look at the Roman Empire. Look at the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire turned all fucking gay. And then what happened? The Vikings came in and killed them all. Because they weren't men anymore. They became pussies. This happens throughout
No,
history. Every
I don't think
big
that's.
country, every big empire. This has happened. They all turned gay because they got too much money, they had too much power, and then they became gay. And then the next stronger country came in and killed them all because they were all pussies.
But there's a difference between being gay and being submissive, you know? That's different. And I'm
No,
saying
no,
like
hold up. You said
like
being submissive like getting pegged in the ass. Getting pegged in
there's
the ass
no
is being gay.
no No, I disagree. I don't think being pegged in the
No,
ass is.
no, no. I don't care if you disagree. I know everyone in chat. If you're getting pegged in the ass, if you're a dude, are you gay?
Are you talking? Okay, is your definition of being pegged like with a dick or like with something else? Because that's very different.
Doesn't matter what you're getting pegged with. Anything with if you're a dude, anything goes up your ass, you fucking gay.
That's
Anything.
not. That's not. I mean, there's
Yeah.
people with anal
Yo,
fetishes. You know, that's
Yo, JC, I'm not trying to be mean to you, but you need to look up the definition of being gay. Like, yo,
no.
if
I
you're a dude, you got something goes up his ass, and you're a dude. You're not a dude anymore. You're a gay F, and you're not a man at that point.
So like there I was just like butting here like there does have to be like some sort of like balance of like manly men in the world, and I guess people like that too. You know, I couldn't do it either. Like I am with John on that. Like that him talking about the Roman Empire. Like that is how empires fall. Because like it's like slowly become more like almost like feminine in ways. Like there
I
are
think
like a problem with men doing that and like not stepping up as a man. But like I completely get what you're saying with like in certain points you just want like a man to be like you want a man that's submissive and like that's like what you want. But like I do get
Hey,
what John
Colton,
is saying too.
I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave before I get you banned on YouTube. So peace out. I hope you have a good one.
You're
Thank
good,
you for
brother.
having me on. I hope you have a wonderful night,
you're
JC.
getting
And
banned on
thank you,
YouTube. All right,
Colton.
goodbye.
He ain't going
No,
that
I
crazy.
think that was crazy, man. I think. Well, anyways, I think maybe I don't believe that. I don't know, maybe statistically it might be different, but I think being gay might not actually correlate to the fall of the Roman Empire. I feel like that's a stretch, man. I don't think there have been many. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a history
It's
major,
you're
so I'm
you're
not going to
good.
speak on.
Just like you can just ignore it. That's what we call John tent. That's John tent. You feel it? Did you feel the John tent? Did you feel it?
Yeah, I don't think I'll be speaking to him again. No, why is he so riled up? Why is he so riled up by this? It was crazy. He's not.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, that was crazy. I don't think. I
He,
don't.
he he
Well,
got a little bit
speaking
too
on that,
carried
I don't
away.
think.
Like it got brought away like from Fish Tank, but I mean I know like people
Yeah.
love it. Like people do love it. I'm not like people love John. Like they love John Tent.
Mhm.
Like they love that like crazy stuff. But how about let's just
Yeah,
do
I don't
like
think that's. I
yeah.
don't think that's my type of content. It's not.
They're
Yeah,
they're, they're
that's
saying
not my.
that's apparently more entertaining than Fish Tank right now. So that's really
Yeah,
cool.
definitely. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like. Ugh, I think if being angry on camera is what people dig, then dig away. I would say you could go watch that, but I don't think. Yeah,
Okay,
do you
so
think it's
how about let's do like some like final questions, chat. What do you guys
who?
think?
Okay,
And
wait.
then we'll
Who's
get
more
her off.
attractive? Let me say Casey. I think Casey, based on what I see, like if we're talking about physically, I think she's very attractive. She's pretty. Yeah. Okay. And yeah, yeah, I can tell. I can tell that John is probably a fan of Andrew Tate.
Those guys are weird, aren't they?
I don't know. I feel like being masculine, I think, and what it means to be feminine, what it means to be masculine, I think the definition needs to change. It's not. I don't think it's the same anymore because words change meaning over time, and these two words, I think it needs to be redefined. Yeah. And we have different views on what it means too. So, yeah.
So I like what Trevor's saying in the chat. Like it was smart for you to get out
Yeah.
before it got worse in the tank. I think that's a good one.
Did you have any fear of the possibilities? Oh my gosh. Okay, so if I do choose to go back as a freeloader, which is probably like 10%, uh would I be scared of re-experiencing that again? Um, I think now that I know I have supporters, um, I'd be less scared. On Fish Tank, I thought like no one supported me, man. Like I thought I was completely alone and I had to figure stuff out myself. But now that I know there's people who kind of like me, I think
You have
I
people who
would
back
be
you.
I
They're
would
they're
be
gonna be
more
with you.
confident. I would be more confident on Fishtank. Yeah. Okay, did the smoking on the show bother me? Yes. I don't I don't smoke in real life. I do not plan on smoking. Don't smoke, people. If you can't, if you're not smoking, don't go into smoking. It's bad for you. Um, yeah, it
Did
bothered me. I don't like the smell.
did you smoke? I don't remember seeing you like
I
specifically
don't I
smoking at
don't
all. Like even if they had like a cig delivered to you, I don't know if you
know.
had any. Like did they like come to you with a
I'm
cig?
not I wasn't allowed to smoke. I wasn't
Okay.
allowed to drink. 18, right? I'm 18. And it's no, I don't plan on smoking either. And people have been telling me, like, asking me if my dum dum obsession had anything to do with a smoking history. It doesn't. It has nothing to do with it. I've never touched a cigarette in real life. Like, yeah, I've actually never even held a cigarette, like, in real life. I've never even touched a vape either. Yeah.
Yeah, stay away from
And
it.
do I consider myself to be normal? Yes, I think I'm way too normal to be a fish tank. I think they were trying to find people who will maybe go crazy and create content for them, but I don't think it's in my personality to do that. Like, oh, I think some people were saying when Jimmy walked in on me at the bathroom, like they expected me to freak out. Well, I would say I was brushing my teeth back then. I think I was brushing my teeth. I wasn't doing anything. So when he opened the door, I was
Like it's
just
not
like,
like you
please
were
knock
like on
next
the
time.
toilet or something.
No, no.
Yeah.
So I was shocked, of course, but I wasn't angry. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think people on here like I don't know if they were all smoking cigs, but I'm like if they're like forcing you to
Yeah,
smoke cigs almost every day, like you're gonna walk out of there like being addicted to cigs. Like there's like no way that you don't, because it's like that's the only thing you can do. I almost like wish they would like let them like smoke weed sometimes. I'm like I would
yeah,
rather like see
I
them do
think
that than smoke cig like chain smoke cigs every minute. Like that's just crazy.
I think TJ was the only person who didn't smoke at all on the show. And if I went back as a freeloader, would I reinvent myself? I don't think I would reinvent, but I think now that I know what the show is about, I might do things differently, I would say. And I would try to be smarter about my decisions on the show.
I think like basically if you did like ever go back on the show, like you're gonna have to like think about what you want to exaggerate, because you know
Yeah,
like
yeah,
we all like have our own personalities and stuff, but like just being on the show, you know, you're there for content, you're there for your fans, for all the fans. Like you really have to like you have to think smart. Like if you want people to like you,
yeah,
if you want to like make a huge opportunity out of it, and like a lot of people, you know, like I know like you guys weren't content creators coming into it, like you're just like going to the house, like give or take, just wanting to win the money. But like there's
yeah,
also like
for
a
sure.
second game. There's like a second contest within this within the fish tank, and that's the content game. It's who's making like the best content. Like that's like the second thing on top of it, you know, because like Cole, we know Cole
Yeah,
provided a lot of content. He was good. He was super good.
yeah,
I did not like to
for
see him
sure.
go. I didn't.
Yeah, I was sad to see him leave too. Um, yeah, I do not think Cole had COVID because we slept in the same room, and I came out okay. So I don't think he had COVID.
All right,
And
you
weed
wanna
smell is almost as bad as cigarettes. I agree. I cannot stand weed like even more than I can't stand cigarettes. And I'm in Portland, so I smell it like every day. Yeah.
I used to have a plug there. No, I'm
Yeah.
kidding. I'm kidding. Um, yeah. I mean, do you want to wrap this up? Do you want to say anything to your fans on here before we wrap this up? You know, to
Um,
tell them to follow you on Instagram, things like that.
I'll drop my Instagram down here in case people don't know it. It's JC underscore and an FOXI. That's my Instagram. And yeah, well, thank you for watching and um,
Thank you for coming on here, and
Oh,
you know.
thank you for inviting me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And hopefully you can get some kind of clipper. I mean, something. We're gonna get you clips from this to be able to post on your socials. If you are gonna go like into social media, you do need those things, and it's like even if you're sort of
Yeah.
like just thinking about it like on the edge, like I don't know if I really want to do the social media stuff or not. Like people, they just want to like see you do anything. Like you don't have to be like exaggerating your like personality. Like if you just want to talk about real topics, like you can do that. Like you don't have to like conform to anything.
Yeah, I think, well, I would say maybe if I ever have a chance to go on a reality TV show again, probably something like, well, this is
Love
fishing
Island,
was
Love
extreme.
Island. Is that what you're gonna say?
I, you know, I don't know Love Island, but what if it's like Singles Inferno? Like, if you know
Yeah.
that one, it's probably similar to Love Island. I don't know, but if I went on a dating show, if I had the opportunity to go on a dating show, I think I would try to take it.
So
Yeah.
here's all you have to do. You have to tell all your fans what dating show you want to go on, and then you make it happen. Like you're in a power position where you can choose. You can probably make it happen and go on, give or take
If I
any show
had
you
to,
want to go on. It's possible. Like you can do it. You could
I don't know
within
enough.
the next year.
I don't know enough dating shows. Well, okay. I know Too Hot to Handle though. I know
I've
what
heard of
Too
that.
Hot to Handle is. That's probably the only dating show I know. And I would say if I was on Too Hot to Handle, and like the rules for it is like you can't have sex with people, right? Well,
Yeah.
I definitely win that. Like there's no way in hell I'm having sex with someone like I've met for a few like weeks or months. Like no, I would definitely win that one. That's what I would
Okay.
say. I'm confident in that one. Yeah. Oh,
Well.
yeah, thank you for inviting me, and I'm happy to have
Yep.
had this interview.
Thank you. I'm sorry if
Thank you.
John. I'm sorry if John made you mad. Like he's.
No, no, I
Yeah.
wasn't mad at all.
It's just
I think
content.
it was funny, yeah.
He may have been mad.
I
I don't
mean,
know. I actually don't know.
we, we just have different views on stuff. So, yesterday he was talking about how he thinks college is a waste of time and like,
Depending on what you're
it's a
doing,
waste of
yeah.
time. Yeah,
Like
well,
I could
I
agree
mean,
in some
if I want to
ways.
go into psychology, like for example, if I want to be a clinical psychologist, well, like I definitely need a degree, you know. And also, if you're rich, like no one's gonna stop you if you want to like burn money for fun either. So, like it's not, I think, yeah. Well, anyways, thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you. Peace, JC.
Thank you. Bye.
What we think, chat? I'm gonna put on my camera for a minute. We'll get like some closing thoughts. See what you guys thought about that. Holy, holy. What are we thinking, y'all? What are we thinking about this whole thing? Jeez. John gets worked up easily. I can't tell if he was actually mad or not. I can't tell if he's actually triggered. Like I'm pretty good friends with John. I don't think he really got mad. I sort of feel like he was doing it on purpose for content. Y'all think he's actually mad? Ooh. I think we asked like the main fish tank questions. I think we asked the main ones. I did reach out to Cole. Do you guys really want me to try to get Cole on? Like really want me to try to get him on? It's a doable. It's doable, but like he has to be down to do it. Like if he's trying to do social media stuff, he can do it. Like of course he can do stuff on his own platform. Like they all can do it, but like some of these people, I don't know if they'll be able to like make content the way you want them to starting off. Like actually starting off. You know what I mean? Like it takes time to like know what you're doing. Like it takes time to know what you're doing with content. It wasn't a bad stream. His debates on Fish Tank were the same. With season one, I watched up until like the third episode. Once John got kicked off, I was out. But I met John after Fish Tank. I didn't even know what Fish Tank was until after he got out, and we were in spaces, in Twitter spaces with the Tate brothers and stuff like that. But I think it was a good one. I was really trying. I was really trying to get her to sort of like elaborate on things more. Like I do think we got clips, but I do think it could have been better. It could have been better. But we can't like expect her to know everything to do with content, know how to like really like farm clips like that. Like she's like normal. She's very normal. But that's what people will like about her. That's her angle. Out of all like the weirdos on Fishtank, JC give or take is like the most normal one. You know? Really. Like that's the impression I got. Like I felt like she was like the most chill. Like I don't know. What do you guys think? We're about to end. Sidetrack really easy away from fish tank. Did I fumble? Pick up. You're calling me? Let's do it. He knows I'm live, right? One second. One second. We'll get him on for a second. I have to turn my camera off. We'll get John on here, see what he has to say. Then we'll get off, guys. We'll try to get Cole or whoever. Yo. Yo. Come on, John. Yo.
Yo, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm gonna move
bet.
this over real
Yo,
quick.
sorry about that.
1 second.
Um, oh, I'm not trying to be mean, but like, yo, she's into gay dudes.
Into gay dudes. I don't really know what she was looking for. Like I mean I'll say that I don't really know exactly what she's looking for. Like yeah, like she definitely does want like a simp, but like
Yeah.
I don't really know where she's going with it. I don't know. I don't
And
know, man.
did you hear the part? So how she was saying that was a stress for the woman empire about them turning gay and so on. Boy, that happened to the Roman Empire. That happens to the Greeks. That happened to the Egyptians.
Thank you, Trevor.
Almost every
I
empire
appreciate it.
that's ever happened that was huge, they got bored and they turned gay. It's actually really common throughout history. And then when they turn gay, they always just die off. But dude, I don't know what kind of man she's going to be able to find that's like that. That has all the money and extremely powerful and dominant, but then gets fucked in the ass. Like most men that's dominating, they're not submissive in any aspect of their life. I've never met a guy that will ever do that. Have you? That's
No,
not
I
that's
don't
not a
know. I
gay
don't have
trait.
like no friends like that. Like shit. Hell no.
Dude, like I have nothing against gay people,
I don't
you
either.
know, but if someone's getting fucked in the ass, I don't care. They're straight up gay. That's what they are. They're just gay.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with it. But he's not straight though. I tell you that.
Yeah. Let's you want to just wrap this up, John? Like let's
Okay,
get
yeah.
off into any closing thoughts? Like actually like closing thoughts. So like you think she's cool overall?
I think she's all right, but she's into both types of dudes. That's for sure. She's into gay guys. But that's okay though. Where she's going to college, so there's lots of gay guys there in Portland. So she should be able to find the guys she needs. Um, she's pretty cool though. Like beyond that though, I don't know.
I
She
do I
seems
do
she seems
appreciate you
like a
coming
nice.
on, bro. I think you did
She
good.
seems like a nice person. She seems nice and respectful. Um, she's a little delusional though, from what I could tell. Well, what
Well,
about you? What do you thought?
I think it went good. I guess I probably shouldn't
I
like
think it was
talk too
really
too
good.
much on it. But I think like for like a fish tank interview, I do think it was like good. Like the first person I've had on, like maybe I think if we got Cole on, I think if we got Cole on, it would be like super super entertaining. I think he would be feeding into it more. Uh,
I
there's
think Cole might be more base than whole.
yeah, I mean yeah, like without a doubt, it's the guys are by default probably going to be more base than the female contestants, like 99% of the time. That's just how it's going to be.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I wasn't expecting that. Like when she was supposed to describe it as dude, I was like, oh, okay, this sounds so wide. And then she got into that. But yeah, I think overall, I think it was a good interview. I think she was a good guest to have on. Extremely respectful. For the most part, a little bit passive aggressive, but that's okay though. That's females for you.
I think it went pretty well. But I appreciate you, John. I'm gonna end stream, bro.
Okay, but
We're gonna edit
hey,
this and stuff.
stay on the line when you end stream.
Okay, yeah, I'll talk to you for a bit. All right,
Okay.
peace, guys. Peace, chat. Ooh.